Hello and welcome. My name is Diana and this is MetCon 14.0. It's our week 3, which is our moderate contractions and our medium tempo. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to use a medium to U dumbbell set. I'm picking my 15s today. We're going to use a kettlebell of medium or medium heavy weight. I'm using my 20. And then today we will also use a wall surface, and we'll want that nice big glass of water or water bottle handy so that you can stay hydrated throughout the class. How this works is we're going to go ahead and move through a warm-up that gets our body stretched out and warmed up and prepared for the exercises ahead. We'll move into 2 metabolic conditioning circuits. Each of those is 7.5 minutes. We'll put them back to back. And then last but certainly not least, we're gonna actually cool the body down and get you ready to move on with a great day with your body feeling wonderful. So if you like to track your workout, we're gonna call this functional training. And let's go ahead and get started by stepping our feet out a little wider than shoulder distance apart like our squat stance. And we're gonna take 5 hip circles each direction. Here's 2. And 3, 4, and 5. Go the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna bring a little more heat into this, and we're gonna take a single leg pogo jump. So we'll bring one foot back at about a 90-degree knee bend, and we're gonna jump up and down 10 times on one leg. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. Tuck the other leg back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. We're going to take a split stance next. So one foot's 1.5 foot forward in front of the other. And we'll stamp our hands right in front of the hips and work a hip hinge that allows us to bring some length into our hamstrings. There's 3 and 4 and 5. Great work. Go ahead and split your stance the other way and hinge. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent, friends. We're going to finish off with our progressive shoulder circles. So we'll start with our shrug circles. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Rest your fingertips on your shoulders, elbow circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, work a full range of motion. 1, and then arms fully extended. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent, friends. All right, let me introduce you to MetCon Circuit 1, and we'll go through those movements and talk about the framework. Our exercise first is going to be our kettlebell swings with that medium or medium heavy kettlebell. And so this is a nice strong hinge with the hip thrust, and we're bringing our kettlebell right up to our shoulder height, okay? Our arms are just a pendulum here. They're not strong and doing any lifting. The hips are gonna be propelling that weight forward through that hip extension, okay? I wanna say too, if you don't have a kettlebell, you can hold a dumbbell by the end and you can perform that very same exercise, okay? Our second exercise, we're gonna take that same kettlebell right up to the chest, and we're gonna work our 1.5 goblet squats. So we'll come down full range and take a half squat at the bottom before coming up to the top, okay? Our last exercise is our all fours renegade rows. So we'll take that medium to you dumbbell set. We'll square the shoulders right over the wrists, hips over the knees, brace your core, and we're gonna alternate those rows side to side, okay? For MetCon 1, everything is gonna be performed for 30 seconds, and then we'll switch, and we're gonna total that up for 7.5 minutes of 30 seconds in each of these, which actually means that we're gonna visit each exercise 5 times, all right? So let's go ahead and get started here, 10 seconds. We're gonna begin with our kettlebell swings. 5, 4, 3, 2, here we go. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that kettlebell right into the chest, down, halfway, down, and top. Three, 2, 1, and drop down to all fours. Square the hips, square the shoulders, and take it side to side. Squeeze those shoulder blades together at the top of that elbow lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. We're up and back to our kettlebell swing. Hip hinge, here we go, pop. Three, 2, 1, take it to the chest, and 1.5s. Four, 3, 2, and 1. All fours, renegade rows. Square it up, take it side to side. Three, 2, 1, we're up, kettlebell swings. Five, 4, 3, 2, and bring it up to the chest. Here we go, 1.5s. Four, 3, 2, and release. Here's our renegades. 2, 1. Back to swings. Great job. Three, 2, 1. Goblet grip at the chest. 1.5. 5, 4, 3, 2, release. Awesome work. Renegade rows. Also, 2-minute warming. You've got this. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work, friends. It's our final time through it. Back to swings. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Up to chest. 1.5. Awesome, friends. Keep it going. Awesome. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it. Renegades. Drop it down. It's our last movement in MetCon 1. Three, 2, 1, release. Amazing work, my friends. Go ahead and treat yourself to a sip of water, a brief moment of rest, and let's learn about MetCon Circuit 2, what's about to happen. All right. We're going to split up some of these 10 rep concepts, and we're going to use that medium to U dumbbell set, and you can actually put your kettlebell away. All right, so friends, our second MetCon circuit is always our rep-based circuit. So instead of time, 30 seconds at each, we're going to work it for 10 reps. A couple of these we're going to split our 10 reps into 2 chunks, and some of them we're going to work all 10 together, okay? So let me show you how that works. With our reverse lunge to torso rotation, our first exercise, we're going to actually split that into 5 on each leg for a total of 10 lunges. Okay, so watch this. We're doing a reverse lunge with a torso twist, and I'm twisting towards what's called the closed side. So this is the open side, and I'm going to twist towards the closed side, which means I'm twisting towards the leg that's forward, okay? 5 and 5 on each side, a total of 10 lunges there. Number 2, we're going to come down into our split stance, or some people will call this a half kneel, and we're going to load the side with the hip that's got the knee down, other hand on our hip, and we're going to go ahead with this single arm shoulder press here in our half kneel, And we're gonna take that, just like the last exercise, for 5 repetitions on each side, okay? So we'll take those nice and slow and controlled. One thing I wanna mention is we're gonna tighten up through the glutes. We're gonna keep the front of that hip really lengthened. And we're gonna press straight over the midline of your head as you come into that full elbow extension, bringing your bicep right by your ear, okay? Our last exercise is the one where we're gonna do all 10 reps, and this is hammer curls. So we're gonna take thumbs up, and we're gonna work our 10 hammer curls there with that medium to weight. One thing I will mention is if you put your right foot forward on your first set, let's try to put your left foot forward on your second set, and so on and so forth, and maintain as much symmetry from head to toe as possible throughout the workout. Okay, friends? One more quick sip of water, and we're gonna loop through this, also 7.5 minutes, but we're gonna go rep-based with those exercises. All right. So we've got about 15 seconds till we start, and that's gonna be our reverse lunge with our torso twist. 10 seconds until kickoff. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Stepping back, twist to the closed side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent work, friends. We're going to load the side that's down, opposite hand to hip. 5, 4, 3, brace your core. 2, and 1. Switch sides. Tighten up your glute, brace your core. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Grab your second weight, and one foot slightly forward. I'm gonna lose my AirPod. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take those down, and we're back into our reverse lunge with torso twist. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent work, my friends. Come on down, half kneel. Pop one weight up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Both weights. Other foot forward, and hammers. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Reverse lunge. Here we go. Take it back. Twist to the closed side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. Come down into your split and press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Second side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Hammer curls. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Flawless. Set those down. Reverse lunge. Here we go. Back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing work, friends. Come down into your split. I want to mention I just missed our 2-minute warning, but we've got about a minute and a half. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, you can. Switch sides. And 5, 4. Awesome. 3, 2, 1. And hammer curls. Up we go. Raised core. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Amazing. Reverse lunge with torso twist. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Down into your split. Pop it up, press it up. 5, 4, home stretch. 3, 2, and 1. Second side. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. We've got a couple seconds to do some curls. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, you can. Home stretch. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead and put those away. Grab some water and we're going to cruise right into that wonderful cool down that's waiting for us right after the sip. All right, we're going to stay standing for these first two to kind of let the heart rate come down, but we're going to come into a wide straddle. Turn your toes in on each other a little bit. Drive your heels out, hands to hips. We're going to take a slight bend in the knees and then work a hip hinge and then walk your hands through your legs, getting that stretch in the outside of your calves, through your hamstrings, low back. You can shake out your head and neck with a couple yeses and nos. Here's a great place to open and close your jaw a few times. And then curl your way all the way back up to stand. And then we'll come right over to our wall. Remember in the beginning I said we need a wall surface. You're going to take your toe up the wall and bring your hips in, so it's just one side. We'll stretch out the right calf. And then watch this. This is a little different than we're used to. We're going to take our foot back and actually put the top of the toes down and then push the ankle towards the floor to stretch the front of your ankle and the top of your foot. Take a breath in and a breath out. Great work. Release that. Second side, left side, toe up the wall. Bring the hips in, stretch out that left calf. Awesome. And then here we go. Left foot back, toes down. Press the front of the ankle down, stretching the top of the foot. Awesome, friends. And release. We're going to come down to the floor. We're going to start off just with this double knee hug. So we're laying on our back. Give your knees a nice tight squeeze into your chest. At that same time, see if you can elongate and lengthen your low back and your tailbone towards the floor. So there's this deeper stretch through your hips. If that's feeling good, you can bring some movement in and rock side to side, or even take the knees through some small circles. And then we're going to go ahead and tee the arms out wide or bring them to goalpost. Take your knees over to one side, spinal twist. You can play with any angle of the hips and knee bend, something around 90 degrees or a little more obtuse than that. And then look off to the opposite side. So for me, I'm twisting to the right and then I'm looking to the left. Awesome, my friends. Let's bring our knees back up to the middle. Give them a squeeze. Once again, see if you can elongate the tailbone out on the mat. And then we'll drop back into that T or goalpost position and take both knees to the second side and look off to that right shoulder. Great work, my friends. Come back up to the middle. And the invitation to you, as always, is to stay in any of these restful postures as long as you'd like and really get the benefit of that relaxation if you have the space in your day for that kind of a little mini retreat. It was such a pleasure moving with you today. I hope you got a lot out of this class. It sure felt good for me. And I want to remind you that any of those personal questions or concerns, how to design the right prescriptive exercise program that's just for you, I want you to reach out to me. It's Diana@bridgefitnesstraining.com, and go forward and have yourself a wonderful rest of the day, midday, evening, bedtime, whatever it is for you. And I can't wait to catch up with you soon in our next live or recorded class. Until then, take care, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.